I just came across an article on the eBay website that talks about the changes that have been made to the eBay search algorithm over the past few months. And I want to talk to you about what it says and what it means for eBay sellers. So without any further ado, let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is John with Flippin' Ain't Easy. And today I want to talk to you about the new updated search algorithm that has been put into place over the last few months. Some will say they notice a lot of the changes with search, say, after the 1st of April of this year. But, for me, I really haven't noticed a whole lot. And it might be due to the conclusions that I've come up with as to why I didn't notice it and some other sellers haven't noticed it as much as other sellers have noticed it. So stay tuned to the end of the video and you may or may not be surprised as to what is recommended. Now, the article in question, it's on the eBay Innovations website, and it's Evolving Recommendations, a personalized user-based ranking model. And the article goes on to say, we've developed a ranking model to generate personalized recommendations that optimally ranks hundreds of candidate recommendations by considering a user's shopping experience as well as platform performance objectives. Now, I can go into this thing and just scroll and scroll and scroll and read this whole thing to you. And you're going to probably fall asleep within the first 2 minutes. So that's not what I'm going to do. What I rather do is dumb it down so that the masses, we know, you and I can understand what's happening here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my Bard here, and anybody who wants to use AI. AI is a learning tool like Bard AI, and it will help you decipher maybe text or things that you're not too familiar with. You just want to learn more without really diving deep into the lingo. I'm not into tech like that. I don't have the mind of a tech. And honestly, I think that using a service like Bard to help all of us decipher what in the world's going on here, please read the article under the following URL and dumb it down into layman's terms and what it means for eBay resellers. And then that's the URL. And it says the article you link to discusses a new machine learning algorithm that eBay is developing to improve its products recommendation system. The new algorithm will be able to take into account individual user preferences and behavior to generate more personalized recommendations. This is good news for eBay resellers, as it means that their products will be more likely to be seen by potential buyers who are interested in what they have to offer. In layman's terms, this means that eBay is using data science to make its product recommendations more accurate and relevant. This will help buyers find the products they're looking for more easily, and it'll also help sellers sell their products more quickly. This is a positive development for eBay resellers, as it means they will have a better chance of reaching their target audience. Resellers should focus on optimizing their listings for this new algorithm by using relevant keywords and descriptions and by taking high quality photos of their products. Now, of course, that could be sort of copy paste for really anything that eBay has put into place over the last few years. So I go in to ask, how does this differ from the old method, and what can sellers do to adapt to this new search ranking model? The response I received was this: the new eBay search ranking model is different from the old method in a few ways. First, it uses a deep learning neural network to rank items, which takes into account a wider range of factors than the previous method. Second, it uses a pairwise loss function, don't ask me what that is, to optimize click and purchase labels at the same time. And it goes on to explain, this means the model is better at learning what items users are most likely to click on and purchase. Finally, the new model uses a variety of new features, such as pre-trained embedding features and derived features to better represent users' interest and browsing habits. So it's taking into account what that potential buyer has searched for in the past, whereas a couple of years ago, it's just looking at the keywords the buyer puts into search. It didn't utilize that information. And so what it says, it goes on to say, is sellers can adapt to the new eBay search ranking model by making sure that their listings are complete and informative, and by using relevant keywords in their titles and descriptions. They should also make sure their listings have high quality photos and videos. Additionally, sellers can promote their listings through eBay's advertising programs. That means promoted listings. So again, I think it'll surprise you that there's nothing really new there. There's really nothing new there. And that last part, it's basically telling you that you should have complete, informative listings using relative keywords in their titles and descriptions. Now, it doesn't say anything about item specifics, but believe you me, if I was to ask it a follow-up question, it would certainly tell me item specifics is part of the description. I would say your titles, item specifics, and your item descriptions. I mean, your condition description is going to tell the condition of the item, so you don't want to pack that with keywords or anything like that. But it says they should also make sure that their listings have high quality photos and videos. Now, I know a lot of you guys have really shunned on the idea of using video. If you have anything that's functional, I would certainly consider using videos. And the last part of this, it says additionally, sellers can promote their listings through eBay's advertising programs. Now, note it's not telling you to, it's not telling you to promote at any certain rate or anything like that. But I mean, does this surprise you at all? We're talking about eBay best practices, good quality photos. I mean, how many times have I said this on the live stream? Good title, good quality photos, complete listings, complete as many item specifics as you can, especially those that are labeled as trending or have a numerical value next to them as per the number of times that has been searched for. eBay is trying to tell you that these are item specifics that you need to focus on. And I myself, when I'm filling out my item specifics, unless I have the answer to a recommended item specific that does not have trending or a number next to it, I'm not going to take the time to do the research on it. Okay. I'm not going to guess either. And I'm not going to put NA. And that's just the way I'm doing it, making good sales. But I guess what doesn't surprise me any is this hasn't really affected me. April 1st is about the time that a lot of people have stated that their search results, they've seen a change in their sales, and they've also seen a change in search results. Now, I guess I can say that I myself have found that there has been a change in search results around that time because I'm constantly searching when I'm doing my sourcing. I'm looking through eBay search, and a lot of times, because I'm using titles derived from Amazon listings to try to find my item, I have to kind of pare it down. So instead of copying and pasting like a 10-word title into my search, it may show me something totally different or nothing at all. And then I have to take the less relevant words from that search, take them out, and then try the search again. I got to do that a couple times to make that work for me. Now, quite possibly, your buyer isn't going to be as wordy as I am with my searches, but I am a seasoned reseller. I have learned how to navigate through the new search. Of course, our buyers, they probably haven't learned to navigate through the new search, and therefore, some of these buyers, unfortunately, are giving up. But that's out of your control, okay? Hopefully, through all the millions of searches that buyers are putting through this new system, that it's going to learn. That's the whole point of AI. Okay, so I can't control that. You can't control that. But what it does say is you need to focus on the things you can control. And I'm willing to bet for a large number of you out there that it's either one or more of these things that eBay, or in this case, Bard, is telling us to do. And that is, again, good quality title. You have 80 characters to work with. eBay has come out with a study many months ago stating that the listings that utilize 78 or more of those 80 characters get most of the sales. Okay. Now, why would they come out with a study saying that? Because they have the data. And they're saying it because they want you to try to utilize your titles to the fullest if you can. Your photos. There's many listings out there that use one photo, and it ain't the greatest. And eBay has expanded the number of photos from 12 to 24. Now, if in their mind that 12 was sufficient, why would they expand it to 24? So think about it, guys. Think about eBay's intentions when they're coming out with new things. I think a lot of people write it off. I've been guilty of this myself. Is it just being well, eBay being out of touch? Okay. But I assure you that there has been some thought put into these things when eBay spends the money to update their website. And in this case, if they're saying we're expanding it from 12 to 24 photos in a listing, do you really think in eBay's eyes your 2 photos is going to be adequate to the search? Now, that doesn't mean you have to utilize all 24 photos. What I'm saying is it might be better to be a little bit more thorough, get really good photos, zooming into certain key features or blemishes or problems or markings, things like that. You know your listings better than I do, but I'm willing to bet, and this is from my experience as well. I've seen a lot of people think that their 2, 3 photos is sufficient, or sometimes just one, and then they wonder why they're not getting sales. The algorithm is looking at this information. Your incomplete item specifics. You got to make sure you're starting to update your item specifics and find values. Your item description. A lot of people just poo-poo on item description, but you only have 80 characters in your title for keywords. Use the item description to put your keywords in there. And also, I was messing around with Bard and asking it about, eBay and what it's wanting with some of these newer updates. It was also even saying to put in keywords, maybe just a list of keywords in your item description. Now, no need for a hashtag, and you certainly shouldn't be doing what is called keyword spamming, where you're putting irrelevant keywords, because that can only hurt your title. And if anything, a buyer finds your item when they're searching for a different thing, it's just going to hurt your impressions. Your impression rates are going to maybe skyrocket, and then your conversion rates are just going to be just off out of whack, and it's going to tell eBay that your items are not desirable. So avoid using keyword spamming and irrelevant keywords. Now, as maybe some advice, Google or other search platforms are a good way to try to find more data about your item. And if you find data about your item, maybe a synopsis or a bullet point, like on Amazon, you'll find like a little bullet point about the item that maybe you're searching for. If you find data about your item, then put that into your item description, because a lot of times those bullets or the specs that you find about your item are loaded with keywords that you may not have ever thought of. I do this all the time. eBay is going to constantly be making changes like this, and they made a change with their search for the AI to get involved. And while I think a lot of us feel like it's broken and maybe it's behaving that way, I'm confident that the AI is going to eventually do what it's intending on doing, and that is trying to figure out, kind of read between the lines as to what the buyers want. And it's the way of the future, whether we like it or not. And we have to learn to adapt to these changes, no matter what these changes are. So guys, adapting to change, such as this search engine change, is yet another example of how flipping ain't easy And YouTube thinks you're going to like one of these videos here, so please click on one of those. But until the next time we talk, have a great rest of your day.